Good evening and welcome to 20-somethings, a show for 20-somethings by 20-somethings. Today we're going to be talking about how many of the female characters in Season 3 of Euphoria are sex workers, the drive-by shooting that targeted a CEO of OpenAI, and of course, the recent shooting that occurred over Pokemon cards. I'm your host, Emmy Norgren, and this week I'm joined by my co-hosts. Please give a warm welcome to Cole, Aaliyah, and Mike. How's everyone doing today?
Pretty
Doing
good.
yeah.
Happy 420.
Yes.
So,
So our first topic, Euphoria. So a few weeks ago, the trailer for Season 3 of Euphoria came out. The trailer showed Cassie as an OnlyFans model, Jules as a sugar baby, and Rue getting herself in some hot water as she gets into drug smuggling. Let's take a look at that.
Within Season 3 of Euphoria, Sam Levinson has gone full for first time, and the show isn't good enough to temper with it. Levinson's trapped all of his female leads in the performance or exploitation of sex work, and the camera peers and leers at them with every shot. And it's true, because within, the first 20 minutes, we're seeing Chloe Cherry and Zendaya forcing themselves to have these bags of cocaine, but it's obviously in such a sexual manner. We can all say, but Chloe Cherry's...
she does sex work, right?
She's done that before at the beginning of her career.
Yeah.
But who's Rocky again?
Sylvester Stallone.
His career started off as working sex work, but everyone is like, okay, he's done that now and he's moved on and da-da-da-da. But it's never the same for women, and especially for Chloe. And I think it's not fair, because there is something there when it comes to her acting that is just kind of just completely dismissed because people just see this one lens of her.
All right, guys. So I personally gasped at some of those pictures. Like Sydney Sweeney in that baby pose. That was so weird. What do you guys think?
So I watched all the new episodes so far. I mean, there's only been 2 out so far. But knowing the context after watching last night's episode is so weird, because they're trying to defend it but I'm an adult baby, just making content. No,
I feel like
it's freaking
that's
weird.
feeding towards pedophilia.
I mean, Sam Levinson's no weirdo. I mean, why are you having all your female characters in sexual roles? I mean, he's always had, but this especially.
I just think it's going way over the top. The dog thing is kind of funny, but why the hell are you having a grown woman pose as a baby, and you know why people are going to be looking at that?
Yeah, I didn't watch this yet, but I remember in the other season they had, I forgot the character's name, but they even had a girl as a webcam girl or something.
Yeah. But she was more
like
a
Kat?
dominatrix.
It was Kat.
It was Kat, yeah. So Mike, you are cracking up over there. Let's see what you have to say.
I just honestly think it's kind of amusing. I think
Cancel Mike.
they know what the
Hashtag
audience.
cancel him.
I'm not gonna say anything other than that. Maybe the audience, they know who they're working for, and I think Euphoria as a show is a really out there show to begin with. They take the aspects of the weirdest parts of life and high school and stuff, and I think since they're supposed to be older now, I think they're even going weirder. So I don't see how this is kind of I don't know, that much out of character for the show.
I do feel like it's just such bad timing with the Epstein files coming out and then her posing as a baby. I don't know.
What does that have to do with the Epstein files?
Because it's all the pedophilia stuff. That's what it makes me think of. But I don't know. It just ugh. But I'm definitely gonna check out the new season for sure.
It's very weird. Sam Levinson's always been kind of a bit of a weird writer. I mean, Labyrinth quit the show. He made a very public post about it, and the new season feels like an entirely new show, and it just feels really off. There's no purple iridescent lighting or colorful makeup. The makeup got changed. Euphoria is really known for its cinematography.
Did they change the makeup
It just seems
They changed,
sloppy.
they changed the makeup. They changed the music, because Labyrinth was very vocal about that.
I feel like the music is what made it, honestly.
The music and the
was awesome
cinematography.
in the first few.
Yeah.
But sorry to cut you off. I think like I was saying before, the whole thing that made Euphoria was it was raw. It was euphoric. It was this own kind of
you're on
show.
fucking
It was
acid.
so different than everything else, and you kind of just you felt some I don't know. It kind of just made you think really hard and deep about how crazy the things that they were doing in the show was. And I don't know, I guess OnlyFans isn't that out there for someone like that.
I just think like straight out of high school, like it's like a 5-year like time
No, but
jump
let's
into
be
the future.
That's not like, there are some people who are doing that now.
Yeah. Like I feel like it definitely fits Cassie's character, especially since like I think she, apart from Jules, both of them are the most hypersexualized characters because like they're both like Cassie's known for being I'm not gonna say a naughty word because I'm not trying to get canceled, but she's known for getting around town.
Homie hoppin', one could say.
Yeah. And then with Jules, like she's known to sleep around a lot too. So like I feel like while their new roles and for their characters aren't exactly like surprising, it's just like it feels a little like weird seeing like a majority of your female characters being in very hypersexual roles, especially since they were hypersexualized characters as minors.
That brings me to like my last question. Who do you guys think you're gonna watch it?
I mean, I'm already watching it every Sunday. So
I think I'm definitely gonna watch it, but I do have other shows and stuff going on, especially with finals and stuff. So I was more gearing it towards when, kind of going a little off topic, but like when Invincible ends, when The Boys ends, like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows coming out right now.
That's when I'll focus on Euphoria, and I also don't want to wait every week. I would rather just watch it all in like 3 days.
Yeah,
I'm sticking for my girl Zendaya for her acting because her acting in the show is just so raw and genuine, and she won an Emmy for that show.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just gonna wait until it all comes out to probably watch it.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just wait. I watched the first episode. I don't think I'll go back to it till the end.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of bored.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that's it for that that topic. So let's move on to a more serious situation. Sam Altman, better known as the CEO of OpenAI, recently had a frightening situation occur on Saturday, April 12th, when 2 gunmen supposedly did a drive-by with him as their primary target. Luckily, no one was hurt. This did happen only 2 days after an individual had thrown a Molotov cocktail at Altman's home. So let's take a look at that.
For the second time in 2 days, a security scare at the home of billionaire artificial intelligence CEO Sam Altman. Around 2 a.m. Sunday, San Francisco police say someone fired gunshots from a car hitting the OpenAI CEO's home. 2 suspects were later arrested, police say, with multiple firearms. Just 2 days earlier, a Molotov cocktail was thrown at Altman's home. The suspect in that case was arrested at the company's headquarters, allegedly threatening to burn down the building.
Even things like pathological liar in great duplication across many sources.
Late last week, journalists Ronan Farrow and Andrew Morantz profiled Altman for The New Yorker, describing him as having a relentless will to power, quoting a board member who accuses the CEO of a sociopathic lack of concern for the consequences of deceiving others.
And he started to get the feeling, as we quote him in the piece, saying, "I don't think Sam is the guy who should have his finger on the button."
Altman responded, admitting to a, quote, bunch of mistakes, but calling the article incendiary, saying, "I am awake in the middle of the night and pissed and thinking that I have underestimated the power of words and narratives." Amid growing concern for uncertainty over how artificial intelligence could transform the economy, Altman posted a photo of his husband and baby writing, "I believe technological progress can make the future unbelievably good for your family and mine. While we have that debate, we should de-escalate the rhetoric and tactics and try to have fewer explosions in fewer homes, figuratively and literally."
Well, I, for one, found this super interesting. I, hadn't heard about it until a few days ago. Did you guys hear about it?
No, this is my first time hearing about it.
I did hear about it. I just didn't really care. I was just like, oh, okay, I guess another CEO is about to get taken down.
I mean, everyone has been hating on OpenAI. I mean, I hate to say I'm not too surprised that something like this did happen. Although I was looking at an article and he didn't even get actually shot at. There was just shots in his neighborhood near his house, and they think he could have been a target because he had already been targeted earlier that week.
Yeah, I mean, there was I think it was like a Molotov or something like that.
Yeah, Molotov cocktail.
It was thrown at his house, and it could have set off a fire. So that was a big concern. And then the shots didn't hit him, obviously, but they were directed at his house.
Yeah.
So they went through his window, which is also just all right, why? And honestly, I think overall, even taking this guy out isn't gonna do anything. AI would have been a product of the future regardless, and just eliminating someone like that is just disgusting.
I think
Wait, can I take this real quick?
Yeah.
Everyone's interrupting Cole.
I actually heard something. I'll go right back. I actually heard something that like made me crack up. But I saw this news channel referring to the guy who like did the Molotov cocktail as doing a Luigi Mangione effect because he was going
Luigi Mangione?
That's what it
You said like Luigi.
Whatever. You know what I'm
Louisiana
talking about.
Mangione.
Luigi Mangione effect because he was also going after a CEO. And I do think that's quite funny. But
I think I have a lot to disagree with. I think one, if Sam Altman wasn't into this, AI might be in the way future. But the thing is, he's just throwing random billions of dollars to companies, and it's getting to a point where, I don't know, me personally, I like see a video game or a popular movie where it's like the bad guy, like, and he's like presenting himself like, oh, I'm the good guy. I don't actually know he's the bad guy. Yeah. That is him. Like, this dude is crazy.
Would you have thrown the Molotov cocktail?
I would, yes, 100%. Dude. I would have thrown the Molotov cocktail.
Redact that.
No.
It's gonna come after you.
I would have thrown the Molotov cocktail.
Well, they know who
and I would have made sure that landed. And then if it didn't land, I would have done more and more.
I think that's stupid because you're not going to eliminate the problem. You're just going to eliminate one person, a part of the problem.
You're gonna stop the problem. You're gonna stop a lot of the problem. Yes.
You don't think that there's other people. Like,
yeah, but if you don't think
boys are fighting.
If you don't think the AI bubble market of investments doesn't absolutely tank and like implode a lot of the market,
it's just gonna be a bigger like talk about, and then people other.
I mean, I get your passion, but you obviously don't actually endorse people doing stuff like that.
I don't endorse people doing stuff like that, but like.
I think it's probably, I've heard like a lot of discourse because people are so frustrated with the OpenAI situation that they're not as like shocked or like outright being like, you shouldn't do this. But obviously you shouldn't be like attacking people.
Yeah, I mean.
There are less violent ways of approaching things you don't like.
I think regardless of the situation, regardless of the person, I don't think there's justification for someone being targeted like that. I mean.
Yeah.
Not to go back on like the Luigi Mangione thing, but like
Louisiana Mangione.
Even that is just something that like people have made such a joke about, and like regardless of the person and their horrible like, things, there's other ways to get them, taken down.
That one's a little bit more controversial.
Yeah, I fear my 2 cents on the topic is just like this is kind of like a wake up call to like. Yeah. The corruption of the system, and also like a wake up call to how dangerous AI can really
I just think if people are gonna accept trying to shoot a president, we could accept trying to shoot this guy.
Okay, but ultimately we are not endorsing violence.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm getting at. Like nobody should justify shooting anyone. My point.
Okay, all right. So let's like move on to our next topic here. This next topic is something I definitely was not expecting to get on my bingo card for this month. On April 11th, a man was shot after cutting the line for Pokemon cards at a Kroger. So let's take a look at that.
This is like the most chronically online thing.
New tonight, a man is shot in a Kroger parking lot after an argument over Pokemon cards. This was the scene around 7 o'clock tonight. It's the Kroger on Twin Air Drive near Southeastern Avenue. Officers say the person shot was taken to the hospital in serious but stable condition. Police also say this was a targeted shooting all over those popular trading cards.
And it's almost like a broken record, but I consistently say when you're having problems, don't work it out with violence like this. Try to work it out by talking. If you can't, turn and walk away. Get someone to be a mediator between you, or literally just walk away. It's not worth taking somebody's life or seriously injuring somebody.
Police say they detained a person of interest in this shooting. They're also asking anyone with information to call IMPD or Crime Stoppers.
Okay, so honestly, I don't play Pokemon, but this makes me think of like when people were walking off of cliffs and getting hit by cars because they were playing Pokemon Go. Like it's so stupid. Like I think it's just so dumb. But I know that the guys here are very passionate about this
Yeah.
topic, so I'm going to hand it over to them.
Have another debate, guys. The floor is yours.
See, when I saw it, I've been watching this YouTuber, this popular YouTuber called Moist Critical. He's always been going over like episodes at the Pokemon vending machines, and he's always stated that it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna get bad, and then it went bad. I can't believe someone shot someone else for cutting the line in a Pokemon, and it wasn't even a line. It's them waiting for the machine to get restocked.
That's
so it's like Pokemon cards are for little kids. They're for kids. Grown adults should not, like, I get it, you can have fun, collect them, that's cool, but you shouldn't. It's gotten to the point where the hobby has become dangerous and crazy because everyone is just wanting to resell them for higher prices and stuff, or just like scam people on whatnot, for example. But that's a different topic. But like, it's to a point where it's crazy. My friends love doing all the Pokemon stuff, and they open up. My friends have gotten a few cards that have 100,000, like not hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars. So like, it's crazy. But like,
Do you think you would have stepped in between before it got
Absolutely
this bad?
not.
You're like, guys, this isn't
Absolutely
you.
not.
Guys,
no, 'cause
stop. This isn't you.
A lot of the people there are very weird and greasy and
Oh.
They are pretty greasy.
Discord
Like-
mod.
Listen to
But
that.
can
People who
we-
play Pokemon are greasy and stinky.
Can
No.
we like,
Ew.
go back to this?
having fun playing Pokemon and then like standing at a Shaw's and like waiting there for hours and then getting verbally aggressive at someone else, that's where it's to that point. Like, you can get the cards, that's cool, but like,
Yeah. All
that's,
right, Mike.
Well, I mean, first of all, like, we're gonna talk about how this was another shooting. Like, what the heck is going on with these people?
What the
like,
hell?
I honestly, like Cole was saying, I think it's just a joke that these people would take it to such extreme measures. But like, there's mentally ill people out there, and you know, not everything is gonna work out the way it should. But I think going off of what you said, the Pokemon scene regarding like trading cards, yeah, I know it was like meant for like, you know, people to just enjoy and collect, but like you said, like scalpers have kind of taken it over, and like I've seen so many like jokes and stuff online about the various ways that people scalp over stuff like that.
Would you two name? Is there a Pokemon that you guys would get into a fight over? Like,
if it was
your number one, like, I
a
don't know how it works.
PSA Charizard that's first edition is like millions of dollars, so I'll get in a fight over that.
I saw
yeah,
Logan
for
Paul's
sure.
got that.
For
Is
sure,
that
I'll get
Oh,
in a
I
fight in that.
can't- I
But
can't deal with
just
that.
like unopened packs, no. Because I have the worst gambling luck of all time. If I open a pack of Pokemon cards,
Is it just Pokemon cards or
No.
other forms of gambling?
You act like a gambler.
I'm
That's a
good.
topic for
I'm
another
good at
time.
poker. I'm good at poker, but blackjack, no. Especially if I go to Vegas. Like, no, nothing works for me. I'm
How
not a
much
good.
money would you lose if Pokemon was part of gambling?
What do you mean?
Like, if that
Would
was
you be
like
in
a
more
form
debt
of
than
like.
you are in right now?
I mean, I
No,
don't
'cause
really.
the point of gambling is to play the game. I like playing blackjack. I love playing poker. It's not about
How much have you
making
won?
money. Like,
We're going off topic right
I'm sorry.
now.
Okay. Like, okay.
in
Well,
poker, I probably won a few $100s.
yeah.
Like
It's gonna
overall.
stay that way.
I
Probably.
mean,
Oh.
Just kidding.
Honestly,
Damn,
for
Dragon.
If I
me,
lose, you win.
I
you
don't
know?
think there's a game out there that is that serious for me to like. Well, one, I have never even hit
the
anyone.
thing
I
is-
could never like shoot anyone.
Yeah, you know
over
what
a
it
freaking
reminds me
card.
of? Do you
It's
guys
not about
remember
the game. It's about the money.
You guys remember the Flappy Bird situation?
With like what about it?
Like,
When
it was
it
a
got
game that
canceled?
everybody enjoyed, and then, correct me if I'm wrong, someone killed someone over the game.
Really? I thought
Yeah,
they
and then
just
they banned
used.
the
game.
No, I
Yes,
thought they used
What game was
marketing
that?
techniques.
Flappy Bird.
I
They
think
used
you.
the
I think,
marketing
it was,
pipes.
I think it was because they were trying to get like a high score and they like
Yeah.
messed them up or
Yeah,
something
and then he
like that.
killed him.
Yo,
Yeah,
I,
no.
I
And they
honestly
banned the
think you
game.
guys just fell for like fake
No,
news.
I think that did
It's
happen.
completely off the app stores now.
Well, yeah, that's
Well,
because
so-
they used the Mario pipes and it got like completely. You know, it was.
All right. Well, we
Yeah.
could talk about this for hours, it seems, but unfortunately, we are out of time today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Emmy Norgren. Good afternoon, good morning, and good night, and we will see you next time.